K2's On Your Side investigators looking into the death of a baby in Hillsboro. Police say the girl's father left her in a car in an Intel parking lot while he was at work. No arrests have been made in the case at this point, but two detectives are now investigating.
On Your Side investigator Joe Douglas talked with officers, Intel, and medical examiners. Joe, is there a cause of death at this point?
An autopsy was performed this morning, but it may be several weeks before we find out exactly how she died. Police say she was in a car seat, in a back seat like this one, for about 6 hours. What looks like a million other parking lots became home to a horror story that's shaken the family of a baby girl and the rescuers who tried to save her.
A lot of our guys have young children. Several of them are new fathers. It's everyone extremely hard.
The name of the dad who left his daughter here has not been released because it's unclear whether he'll face any charges. The 38-year-old admitted to police that he forgot his 6-month-old daughter was in the car. He says he did not normally take care of her and that he was out of his normal routine. The father says he took her to a doctor's appointment yesterday morning and then forgot to drop her off at daycare. The dad arrived for work at Intel around 11 a.m. and left his daughter in the back seat. At around 5 p.m., he called police and firefighters.
When they got there, they found a 6-month-old infant, a female, on the ground in cardiac arrest. The mother was performing CPR.
The temperature in Hillsboro was around 70 degrees yesterday, which is hot enough to create dangerous conditions inside a car. Police say the parents are cooperating, but it may be weeks before they decide whether or not to press charges.
We've got some work to do before we can establish elements of a crime, and then
police say charges may or may not be filed depending on whether or not they find a reasonable person could have made this kind of tragic mistake under the circumstances. Live outside in our parking lot, Joe Douglas, K2 News.
Oh, incredibly sad. Joe, thank you for that update. And our On Your Side investigators will stay on this story until we get to the bottom of it and find out exactly what went wrong here. If you have a story for Joe, any of our investigators, email them, investigators@KATU.com.
And for some people, actually a lot, it's really hard to imagine, even fathom, how one could leave a child in a car. But one mom says, if you think it can't happen to you, you're wrong, and she would know.
And I'm here to tell you that I was one of those parents that did, and I made the mistake, the ultimate price.
When Lynn Balfour's son, Bryce, was 9 months old, a change in routine, an emergency phone call from work led to the unthinkable. Lynn didn't realize instead of dropping Bryce off with his babysitter, she'd left him behind in the car in her office parking lot and went to work.
I couldn't believe that I could forget my own son and how that was possible. And the next thing I thought was, how am I going to tell my husband that I killed his son?
Okay, so there are several apps and car alarm systems that are supposed to alert parents if their kids are still in the car. Consumer Reports tested several different kinds of those. We have a full report posted on our website at KATU.com. There are also some simple steps you can do to remind yourself. Things like put things in your back seat that you absolutely need wherever you're going. It could be your purse, if you're a woman. It could be your cell phone, your work badge. It could be as simple as even your left shoe, something that you're forced to have with you when you leave your car. There's a sticker that you can stick inside the window. It says, never leave a child alone in a car. Basic knowledge, you think we all know that, but it's a good reminder. And we have a link to this sticker along with more information, again, on our website. Go to KATU.com under the K2, Inside K2 tab, click on Hot Links.